Being Business-Minded Part 1 from the posts of Dr. Swive Masiyiwa. One of the fastest growing businesses in the world today is a company called Uber. For those who don't know what Uber is, it is essentially a mobile app, a computer program using a cell phone, which makes it possible for you to call a taxi. Uber does not own any taxis or cars of its own. The app sends a message similar to an SMS to the nearest registered but independent Uber driver within your vicinity. The car will usually arrive at your location within 5 minutes. Whilst using one of these services, the owner of the car proudly told me that he was making a lot of money as the service brings him customers. Uber take a commission and also do the billing. All he has to do is turn up. Then the driver added this: Uber has no assets, just some computer servers. Seeing that he was a smart entrepreneur, I then engaged him in a wider conversation about business. I asked him so many questions that he finally asked me, "Are you planning to set up a similar business in Africa?" "Not really. I am just business-minded. I make it my business to see the business side of any business." I then surprised him by telling him what I already knew about Uber. For instance, I told him that Uber is now valued at more than $40 billion. They are more valuable than Anglo American, which is one of the largest mining companies in the world. Imagine a taxi hailing service is more valuable than Anglo, which has been around for more than 100 years, employs tens of thousands of people, and controls some of the largest deposits of diamonds, platinum, iron ore, and coal in the whole world. "Do you think that is fair?" the Uber driver asked. "How can a company with no assets be worth more than a mining company that owns the bars, diamonds, all Anglo, platinum?" Uber has no assets. They do not even own the cell phone network on which their services operate. Who would have imagined that someone can come along and change a service as simple as getting a taxi? $40 billion. As we neared the end of my journey, I suddenly asked my driver, who incidentally was an African from Ethiopia, "How does Facebook and Twitter make money?" "Through advertising," he shot back. "What does that mean?" I asked, laughing. "Not really sure, sir." I laughed some more, and as I got out of his car, I was still laughing. He looked bewildered by my response. Sadly, I did not have a chance to explain to him why I was laughing. He rushed to his next Uber client. I went my way, still laughing. The platform that drives something like Uber is just a tool. Imagine that one day, a young African working in America like my friend from Ethiopia, we are to actually sit down with a couple of friends and redesign the platform to provide public transport in Africa. I know that Uber is already in places like Johannesburg, but I am looking beyond that. I see an Uber-like service could be used to help deal with the nightmare of queues for combis, or to help rural people to get access to transport when they need to get to the city. Being business-minded allows you to see this kind of possibility. And when you do this, don't be surprised if your company is not bigger than MTN or Safaricom. Such a company will be more valuable than all the mining and oil companies in Africa. What are you waiting for? A friend of mine is a passionate Manchester United supporter and was quite surprised when I said to him, I have been reading about them. Then I told him they had a record year last year. It was our worst season. How can you say they had a record year? He said with astonished indignation. You study soccer, I study the business of business. I said calmly, Manchester United are listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and their revenues were about 430 million euros, an increase of almost 20%. It was a record for them. The commercial side of their business did particularly well. They are a pretty good business. Even George Soros buy their shares. If you are a Man United supporter, do you know the name of their CEO? The guy who runs the business. It is not Van Gaal. I am talking about his boss. Seeing the business side is being business-minded. You can train yourself to be business-minded. Who knows? Maybe one day you will not just support a team passionately, but you must turn your knowledge of that team into a way to earn a little money. I wish you a prosperous week.